of a Nathan's hot dog, don't you? You bite into it, it's just like, sounds like you're biting into dominoes, like. What is going on, folks? It's your boy Stefan Johnson back here with another star-studded tier list. If you're new to my channel, every week I bring you food review, comedy, and voiceover content. Also reactions too. There's reactions too now. If you like the way any of that sounds, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of my uploads, and join me. I promise you, Daddy like ye a lot. Today we are going to be going over some of the most legendary, some of the most saliva-inducing mall food that you will ever come across. We are going to be ranking them, of course, S through F, with a separate tier for those things I have not had. It's going to make us all moist and happy and feeling warm and fuzzy in our tum-tums. So without further ado, let's get cracked into this. So at first glance, we have Auntie Anne's pretzels, and you know what, I'm not a big pretzel guy, but I do love those pretzel wrapped dogs. They really just get me going, and in the middle of the night, if you know what I mean. So that said, we're gonna put them at about a C tier. You know what I mean? Again, I don't do one thing, but I love the other thing. Middle of the road. Burger King as a mall food specifically. You know what? All of these big fast food joints, they're gonna go to F, because I'm not going to a mall and hoping to see a McDonald's, a Burger King, a Wendy's, or whatever it is. I want those classics that I can't find on every metropolitan street corner. You know what I mean? Sbarro, that's what I'm talking about. Have you ever seen a Sbarro outside of a mall? Do they even populate the common areas of the world? I don't think so. Sbarro, in all honesty, is some of the best pizza you're going to find outside of, like, the big brands. You know what I mean? You're going to put that at an A tier for me. Charlie's Subs. You want a good cheesesteak? You want a good-ass, greasy-ass cheesesteak? We are going to put that at A, because Charlie's is that top-tier place. Orange Julius I've never had. Only Orange Julius I ever see here is at the airport. Dairy Queen. Again, I'm not going to the mall for Dairy Queen. Popeyes, not going to the mall for Popeyes. Krispy Kreme, S tier, always. Because Krispy Kreme, it's like one of those things where you see the red light, you smell the aroma. It's a treat, because there aren't as many Krispy Kremes as there are any other entity on this list. So that's gonna get a S tier for me. Qdoba, not going to the mall for Qdoba. Not going to the mall for Taco Bell. Haagen-Dazs. I've never seen a standalone Haagen-Dazs. I am upset that I have never had that. Just like a Dairy Queen kind of a thing? Huh. Interesting. Don't know what the fuck that is. I can't even read that. Joffres? Is that it? Or Hafres, probably? Oh, Cajun Grill. So this is like a national thing. Okay, because there's a Cajun Grill in our local mall. You get your bourbon chickens. You know what I mean? Your blackened chickens, your pepper steaks, your Cajun fries. You know what I mean? That goes to S tier. It's some of the best shit I've ever had in my mouth. What the fuck? This creepy ass little child. No, I've never had it, and I never want to with that kind of mascot. Chick-fil-A. Not going to the mall for Chick-fil-A. Pinkberry. Never had that bullshit. Sounds like bullshit. Nathan's, though. You love the snap of a Nathan's hot dog, don't you? You bite into it, it's just like, you know, it sounds like you're biting into dominoes, like, you know what I mean? That snap is delicious, and I'm juicy, just juice shooting down your throat. It's amazing. That's gonna go to S tier as far as I'm concerned. Starbucks. Now, Starbucks usually would not be considered a mall food in my eyes. It would be in the same vein as like the McDonald's or the Burger King, whatever it is. But there's literally a Starbucks in every single mall. I have never been into a mall where there wasn't a Starbucks. So it has to count on this list somewhere. And it's about B tier for me. You want a quick cup of joe, a quick sandwich. You know what I mean? It's slightly above average, if you will. I ain't going to the mall for no motherfucking Wendy's. I definitely ain't going to the mall for Chipotle. I'm not doing most things for Chipotle or KFC. These fast food spots, are we really considering them mall food? If I feel like it at the end, I may reallocate them, but I'm not going to the mall for fast food. This shit's on every corner. Mrs. Fields. These cookies, the soft, the chocolatey, the most delicate chocolate chips, the most just rich and just decadent chocolate chips you're ever gonna find. They're damn near delectable. And you know what, Mrs. Fields? Get your fat ass up to S tier, yas, bitch. Cinnabon. You know what? I enjoy Cinnabon, but they only do cinnamon buns. They only do different kinds of cinnamon buns, and I think they also do like some kind of sweet pretzel or something like that. You need more variety in your life. I'll enjoy it if it's readily available and I want something sweet. But other than that, you're gonna stay your ass in D tier, baby. Jamba Juice, I have never had it. The only one by me, I think, is in the airport. Johnny Rockets, it's a good burger. It's a good, like, little bites. Decent fry. Let's put it at C tier. I'll take it or leave it. McDonald's, get the fuck out of here. Now, Panda Express is one of those mall spots. I do believe I see them more so in malls than I do out in the wild. But that said, they're trash. They're legit trash. So you're going to get a F tier along with all of your fast food brethren there. Again, not because you're not mall food, but because you're absolute hot garbage. Red Robin, D tier. It's just not rocking my balls. You know what I mean? Oh man, Sarko Japan. The teriyaki chicken, the bento boxes. You get just you did steamed rice from a mall Chinese spot is nowhere near as plain as steamed rice from anywhere else in the world. There's something about that mall steamed rice and Sarko Japan. The bento boxes alone. Some of these spots even do like steamed buns. You can get some steamed buns in the mall. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to go up to A tier, baby. I love you. Subway is another one of those spots where, like Starbucks, it's everywhere, right? Maybe considered down in the F tier with all the other fast foods. But again, I have never seen a mall without a Subway. I have never seen a mall without Jared Fogle lingering around in the shadows. So you know what I mean? And you know what, Subway? Subway just goes sometimes. You know what I mean? Oh. But am I going to pick it over any of the other traditionally mall options? Probably not. You're going to go to D tier. Villa. Is that pizza? I think Villa's pizza. And they do like those strombolis. I think they do strombolis. Let me know in the comments if I got Villa right. I think they do the strombolis. So we are going to put them. I love me a stromboli. We're going to put that at the B tier for the strombolis. Retzel pretzels. That sounds horrible. Never had it though. Shake Shack. I don't think, is that traditionally mall food? I may have seen them more so in malls than I do out in the wild. So personally, I will put this with the mall food. And that said, Shake Shack is a tasty ass burger. Shake Shack is a delectable ass piece of dead cow. So we're going to put that up at B tier. So this kind of leaves me with a dilemma now. There are so many restaurants in that F tier solely because they exist, in my opinion, to readily available out in the wild. So I don't necessarily consider them a mall food. So I'm going to see, let me see if there's any of these that I can kind of just re-evaluate. First off, I'm thinking Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A I see often enough in malls where they may be kind of synonymous with malls. I can say at least 3 out of the 5 malls I know here in Cleveland have a Chick-fil-A, or at least one of those like auxiliary Chick-fil-A stands where they only serve like one type of sandwich or something like that. That said, okay, so we could take that out and we're going to put that up at B. Again, I know Chick-fil-A is controversial, but again, we're just going off of the food, okay? Not morals. I'm sorry. That said, Taco Bell might be there too. Taco Bell might be one of those ones where you're going to see that often enough in malls where if you weren't familiar with American fast food dining and you were only in American malls for whatever goddamn reason, you may think Taco Bell is synonymous with malls. So that said, we're going to put that up at A tier. Because as far as like, if you're comparing Taco Bell to mall food, it's pretty top tier. We're not going to lie to each other. It's pretty top tier. Panda Express is another one, but Panda Express is trash, so we're going to keep that there. I don't think there's anything else that I can really justify calling specifically a mall food down in. If there's anything else in that F tier that you can consider mall food, let me know in the comments, and I may have to revisit this at a later date. So folks, as it stands, this is the all-encompassing mall food tier list. If there's anything that you would move around, anything you disagree with me on, let me know in the comments. You see a comment thread here? Leave a comment. It helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and click some things around my head. Help me make our family a bigger, bloated one. Folks, I love you. I've been me, you've been you, and I will see you soon.